The ceiling fans? They're very attractive.
I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
Because of the following special presentation, Dallas and Falcon Crest will not be televised tonight.
Clickety-click.
Crank up the music. Keep an eye on the back.
This presentation is provided to you to amuse or entertain and not to conform or inform. The content on this channel should not be used to replace professional, financial, medical, or legal advice. All footage taken and used from public sources falls under the fair use of the Digital Millennial Copyright Act of 1998. Therefore, no breach of privacy or copyright has been committed. This show is substantially sourced, not affiliated with any community, club, fraternity, or gang. Your cat may vary. I say, moo.
just got back my doctor's test results. I'm really upset about it. Turns out, I'm not going to be a doctor.
Satellite tracking continues.
Wow. Wow. Hey, everybody. It's Friday night. Whoop, whoop. You made it again. You're on the top side of the topsoil. Congratulate yourself. Pat yourself on the back. If you've accomplished nothing else this week, you've accomplished that. So see, you can always, if nothing else, be an example for anyone, even if it's a bad example. So welcome, everybody. Glad that I could be here and that you're all here. I can't get over the chat. It's flying so much. I lost track of all the different ones I was trying to put up on the screen. But thank you all for being here tonight again. So without any further ado, as they say, I don't know who they are. Let's turn the camera on so you can all see me. It's one of these buttons.
Clickety click.
Hey, everybody. Good to be seen by you all tonight. Not too bad of a hair day. We'll go with that. Well, maybe not. There we go. But yeah, wonderful to be seen by you all again. I can't believe it's already Friday again. And it's just, this show seems to be growing by leaps and bounds. And I really appreciate anybody that has been sharing it out or at least telling people about it. So thank you very much for that. And real quick, I want to thank all of my supporters, not just in the like, share, and subscribe group, which definitely I do appreciate that more than, as much as everything else. But look at this. I got 2 new members tonight. So God bless you. Thank you for that. And Connor's saying something really sweet and sending some money. So thank you for that, Connor. And yeah, so already starting off the show with a bang. Got almost 100 people in here, and it goes by so fast. Oh, thank you, Greg. Look at that, Jeannie. Look at that. So thank you. Oh, a guy named Greg says thank you for the great content. So that's really nice. So yeah, it's nice. And hello, nice to see you, Charlie Rose. Okay. And everybody or everyone? I think you said it wrong, Connor. I think everyone is here, not everybody. I should have found it faster. I can't even find it now. Everyone's here, right, Connor? Everyone! So there we go. I think that's the first time I played that as the first.
That's very true.
Oh, there we go. You got that. And, oh, thanks. So she keeps me going for the show, the coffee and stuff. So thank you very much for that. And, oh, look at that. I got Dr. Evil's in here tonight. Good to see you again. Yeah, he's here. So, yeah. He does? Yeah. Oh, okay. And, yeah, everyone. We just got that one. So, your cat's knocking stuff off your bookshelf. Good. That's fantastic. So let's see, where are we at here? I'm sure I missed a whole bunch of people. Giant trees in here, and yeah, who else is here? That's hard to get back to all the different ones on there. So if I missed you, say something else, and I'll try to respond to that. So, all right, let's go back down to the bottom here, and oh, yeah. Does that make me an influencer? I guess officially I'm an influencer. Her 4-year-old is repeating everyone. That's great. Hi, Jenny. So, okay, where are we at here? Let's do it again. Everyone! That's fantastic. So, okay. Wow, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I've got way too many tabs, so we'll see how that goes. And then yeah, I've got lots to discuss, and we'll have a good time. Lots been going on, and so we have plenty to talk. And yeah, so I guess we'll just jump right into it. Did you like my opening with this? I love those. I know my wife's not a huge fan of those music videos without music. And you're not a fan. What's that? There's no question that she is she's not a fan.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But the problem is, at least for her, is it's my show and I find them funny. And so so this came across my desk and I just had to open the show with it tonight. And since it's only 30 seconds, for those of you that just showed up, you missed some really funny openings. So here you go.
Yo, tell me what I want, what I really, really want. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I want to really, really, really want to take a cigar. If you want to be my lover.
find that hilarious, especially like when she's jumping on the table. So yeah. Yeah, the BG one is okay. I like that one. But, my most favorite still to this day, I think it's on my other channel, the Ceiling Fan Man 2, which if you haven't subscribed, go over there and subscribe to that one. And I haven't posted much on that one. It originally was set up as a backup channel, but eventually I think I'm going to convert it to like maybe Sarah and I just doing a show over there. No, maybe. We'll see. Let's see. Ceiling Fan Man 2. I think I have it still on that one. Oh, maybe no, I do. It's called Journey No Music. That one's the best. It really is. Where is this? Clickety click. This was the best. I'm not going to have you sit through that one, but you can go look at it over there. It's just fantastic. So, okay. Enough of that. Let's get back into what we were discussing here. Okay, so kill that, and I guess we'll get into some of these tabs. We'll clear some of these tabs so that way the show will run good. I know, but it's like over a minute or so, and maybe I'll play it later. I think that one's okay. See, what I do is I vet them to make sure that there's no weird copyrights or something. So, but yeah, play it, please. Where to go? All right, let me look at it. Hold on a second. Talk amongst yourselves here. Let me see. I'll just double check here that we're good on that one. Let's see. Too many buttons. Clickety click. Go here. I think that one's okay. If it turns out it's not, then we'll just take it out and post edit. I played a video, was it last week? I think, or the week before. And it was literally, I think, like 15 seconds. And I got a copyright strike on it. So I had to take it out, obviously. And then when I take them out, the check goes away. So that kind of sucks. But okay, fine. You guys want to see it. Let's see, where is it? Clickety click. This one. There you go. You asked for it. You got it, Toyota. So, all right, enough of that. What's happening? Yeah, that was Steve Perry. I love that song and that music video. It's just when you take out the music and you add sound effects, you get that. So, oh, stop. We're loving it over here. So, sorry. Thank you. Thank you for all saying that my humor is although this guy's name is AB Normal, but in any case, my humor is not abnormal, but it is if abnormal likes it. I don't know. So, okay, what's next? You always look like a pizza delivery guy. Is that what you say here? Is there a look for a pizza delivery guy? Okay, I guess that's funny. So, oh no, well, we'll pray that away. So, all right, okay, we got everyone. You're already having too much fun? Okay, don't worry, we're gonna get even more fun. So, all right, let's see, where are we at here? Yeah, where's the sign language guy? Remember that one? Of course you do. Wasn't that great? Where he does air guitar when they're playing music. That's fantastic. So what is this? Oh, God bless you. Look, Trish says we love you, Jeannie. So, and CFM. She threw me in there just to make it sound good, but we know. What's up, Uncle? Okay, I see where you're doing with this. I'm hip enough to know what Uncle is. Oh, so there. It's hilarious, not hilarious. Okay, and Wendy says it's so funny, and yeah. So, all right, enough of that one. Look, gotta move on. But we're having a blast here. Okay, and you're here. Good. After this, I'd say we'll call people tardy. All right. So, yeah, right. Okay, Unc. I know what you're saying. Okay, next, let's see. Let's get into this screen shares. Let's see what's going on in this crazy world that we live in now. Okay. Well, first off, it's just more and more that we're falling into the lines of, or at least idiocracy is so far in our rearview mirror at this point. The fact that they actually have to tell people not to take a hammer and smash their face because it's dangerous. And apparently the youth are, according, Clavicle is this one dude, this influencer, who smashed his face supposedly. Of course, now he just quit, I think, because he got almost died on drugs and stuff. So, but he had like almost 800,000 followers and taught people how to smash their heads with a hammer to make themselves look better. I mean, we really are in a complete idiocracy moment at this point. There's no question. So I'm here to say the same thing. Don't smash your face with a hammer of any kind. So, okay, what's next? Oops. Hang on a second. I got to come over here and see what's going on here. Clickety click. What does this say? Okay. Trish is handling that. That's fine. Thank you, Trish. Okay, so we get rid of the hammer thing. Don't do this at home. It's not a good thing. It's bad for you. Okay. And I'm just putting this out here. On some level, come on, don't we miss Joe a little bit? I mean, we know he lost his mind, but he wasn't as scary as the current guy. He just felt sorry for him. So he shows up again and he's getting some award, a portrait or something unveiled. And he looks in the audience. He sees a random black guy and says he's Obama.
Turn around to one guy and say, Barack, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here.
I really think he thought he was Obama.
I feel like he should be standing to the right and I should be standing to the left.
And then he realized it's not.
Hey, look at Barack.
Then he just doesn't look like him.
As I say, you've done good, fella.
Well, you know, it's fine.
He kind of does. Yeah. All right. Yeah, you want me to give him a break? My wife says to give him a break. Well, let's not forget though. Nay. Where is it? What about this? It's in here somewhere. Where'd you go? I know you're in there. Come on out. Here we go. What about this?
Young black kids growing up in the Bronx who don't even know what the word computer is. They don't know. They don't know these things. And I want the world open up to all of them.
Have advanced placement programs in these schools. We have this notion that somehow if you're poor, you cannot do it. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Oh, well.
Satellite tracking continues.
What about that? Huh? Talk your way out of that one. All right. So we'll move on from him thinking that's Obama. What do I have next? Oh, I know what I have next. I like looking at these old time things from the 70s and now old time. There was what was that song, hun? Was a Bon Jovi song, I think it was? Or no, it was a Journey song. They said it was over 40 years old. Man, I'm feeling old. So I came across this commercial, or it found me, and turns out it's a Mandela, in case you're not familiar with this one.
Someone should get fired over this, right?
So what does that mean? That means where to go. Clickety click. Here we go. Here and here and here. So this is an ad that they brought back because it shows how your tax dollars go to war. This was, I think, during the Vietnam War. But they used a particular person to run the ad. His name's Uncle Sam. Problem with that is Uncle Sam, in this current reality, has never had red and white stripes in his top hat, even though I remember it that way. When they remember it that way, this ad. Say what? What? And like I said, this ad remembers it that way. Where is it? Did they show him again? Maybe not. Yeah. So Uncle Sam has never had a hat like that. And if you go back to the history of Uncle Sam, he's always just had this white hat with the blue stars. There's never been any red stripes. And you can go through the history of Uncle Sam and how he came about, which is kind of interesting. Story of this Uncle Sam coffee. And I don't know, it's about some Illuminati family that showed up and started running meat packing and then got the contract to the. Then people said they were working for the U.S. and then they called it Uncle Sam, and here we are. And so, but in case you're wondering, his hat has never had the red and white stripes, even though everybody remembers that. So I thought that was kind of interesting. That is the Mandela talk for tonight.
That was someone fired is what that was.
All right. So let's get rid of that. And I just thought this was so funny. This is Trump as an elitist. He's never heard of a corner store.
And they wanted to raise your taxes. The great big beautiful bill also slashed taxes on millions of American small businesses, including restaurants, dry cleaners, corner stores. What is a corner store? I've never heard that term. I know what a corner store is, but I've never heard it described, a corner store.
So he never wants to be caught not knowing something. He's so elitist, he's never heard of a corner store. But then he immediately says, I know what it is. I've just heard it never called that. I mean, I don't understand. How do you know what a corner store is if you've never heard it called that? Isn't that an oxymoron? Seriously? I mean, what?
Corner stores? What is a corner store? I've never heard that term. I know what a corner store is, but I've never heard it described, a corner store.
So what's he talking about? Anyone? Bueller? Can someone explain to me how he knows what a corner store is, but he's never heard it called a corner store? Okay. We'll have plenty more Trump today, though, that's for sure. He's caused quite a brouhaha, I would say. Let's see, let's get past all that. We'll come back to that. And I guess those are all kind of connected. Let's see, those are all sort of connected. All right, then let's do this. Let's get out of that screen share. And let's see, what can we do here? Well, I'll tell you what, let's do, oh, I know, let's look at these things. I wanted to show this, and I don't know if Rose is here tonight, but sometimes what happens is my friend Rose will send me things, and she sends me animal videos sometimes. Now, I'm not a big animal video person. I mean, I know I like the cat ones and the dog ones, and that's pretty much it. But I think it was a hedgehog eating an apple slice, which I'm sure is adorable, but it's kind of lost on me. And definitely, if you're going to send me a video and it's a toddler doing something cute, maybe think about it, not send it, because I've never understood those. I'm sorry, I'm just not a big look at this toddler's doing cute things. You know, sorry about that.
I don't care.
So she sent me this cutesy animal video, and then she wondered why I hadn't responded, and so I gave her my critique. I just said, I'm not big on whatever. And then I was up late for working on the show and finding videos to talk about, and I came across a cat one, and I also forget the time zone difference. I didn't realize it was pretty late. And I sent it over to her because I thought it was cute. And then she told me that it like almost made her cry. And so I wanted to, bring that to my audience, of course. And but I mainly want to see if you feel that I was out of line with this one, because I thought it was sweet. And where is it now? All right, come on, people. Where is this? It's this one. I thought it was sweet. And so basically, this couple's going away on a trip, and before they leave, they wave to their cat. Well, they also have a camera on the inside, and I guess the cat waved back. And I thought it was cute. So she waves, bye, not even looking, and there he is. I thought it was sweet, but apparently it was soul crushing, and I felt bad that I kept her up that night. So in any case, I don't know. I still find it cute. They did come back, I think. I don't know. I didn't get the final word on this. I still find it funny. I don't know. Maybe it's not so funny. I have a weird sense of humor today. Okay, I'll take that. I can. Let's see. What do I have? My sense of humor today, Jeannie feels, is this way. No, it's not that bad. Okay, it's not that bad, she says. So, anyway, okay. What else do we have in there? Let's remove that one, and we'll add. Let's show another one here. Okay, we did the cat. This one I don't get at all. I can't play the. It'll get copyright. But this person was in Japan, and they bought a bath bomb that's called Jaws, and of course they have the Jaws music. So they put this bath bomb in the water. I don't know why you would want this thing. So the first thing it does is it makes the water turn blue, like the ocean. But then the shark comes and it goes, it starts bleeding. You're going to take a bath in this. Who knew blood and seawater could smell this good? And it comes out with a shark head. And there you go. It just looks like a mess. And then you get to take a bath. I don't understand this world. I mean, it looks like a crime scene or I don't know, women's hygiene thing going on. I don't know. In any case, that was really disturbing. So I thought I'd share that with you all there too. Yeah, my wife's right. My sense of humor tonight is really odd, but where is it? Just know that the robots are coming, and but I wouldn't worry about them yet. The littlest thing, like this little, it's not even a speed bump. It's like they taped down some electrical thing or something. They're not quite ready for the robot attack yet. They got more planning to do. Man, that thing fell apart fast, didn't it? See, this is fun. We can still laugh at the robots before they actually try to come kill us. So, all right. Enough of that. Now, if you had on your bingo card robots chasing away wild boars, you can check that off tonight because I found it. This is where I say out loud, dear Lord Jesus, can we end this soon? Can we just get out of here and go home soon? Because this is getting ridiculously silly. I mean, right when what is it? What is happening? Where's that? What is happening? That's a good question. So apparently these wild boars, where they came from, I don't know, took over the street and they had a robot chase it. Boar. Leave the boars alone. Oh my goodness. So I don't know what to do. I just have to survive it like the rest of you. So you don't have to worry about the robots taking your jobs yet. It can't even walk over a tiny little thing. So, all right. Let's see what's next. But yeah, so there you go. Robots chasing wild boars. That's something when you thought, oh, I'm going to watch the Ceiling Fan Man show tonight. I sure hope he has a story about wild boars being chased by a robot. Check. So, okay, where are we at here? We can only hope for an EMP. So, okay. What else do I have in the file? Let's see. Oh, and there's robot doctors going through the hospital now. So there's that happening. And that's real. When my wife was a nurse at the hospital she was working at, they were already doing a lot with VR doctors, and there's even VR surgeons. So they are eventually supposed to take our jobs. They can even take a doctor's job. So there you go. You failed the test too for being a doctor. That was the joke coming in. Yeah. So that's too much. The wild boar thing was okay. Now this is too much. I hear you. So, okay. Yeah, I know VR and healthcare. It doesn't even make sense. Yeah, it's all good, girl. It is creepy. So, okay. Yeah, I wonder if that can chase boars. Probably not as well. So they can have your job. I like it. So, okay, where are we at here? Let's see. What's next? I'll take that off of there. And we're clearing through a lot of these. That's good. Video file. What do we got next? Oh, this one's good. What's up with women's sports? So I'm not trying to be sexist or misogynist or all the different thousand of terms they have, but this guy makes a very valid point, and I'll let him say it and then we can discuss.
Volleyball, women's volleyball, men's track and field, women's track and field, men's gymnastics, women's gymnastics. Are you picking up on a pattern here? Men's pole vaulting, women's pole vaulting. Yeah, why are they always naked? Huh? What's the reason for that? Well, the clothes are limiting the women's range of motion. Therefore, they need to wear a G-string. Men are performing at a higher level with clothes on. So then what's the excuse for why these women are naked in these sports? I think they realize the only way to get people to watch is to be practically naked so a bunch of guys will tune in, because otherwise no one wants to watch women's sports.
Is there truth to that or what? I think so. Exactly, right? So, yeah. Because otherwise it doesn't make any sense why they're always naked. So, yeah. Just saying, you know. I know it's sex. Oops, where'd it go? Never a boring moment, thank you. Where is it? Oh, they're going too fast here. Where is it? Here it is. Is that sexist? I think he's just pointing out something. But, yeah, it sure is. No lies detected. Uh-oh, he's speaking too much truth. Okay. I think I saw you earlier. Maybe you were in Rumble, but the fact that you just showed up in YouTube and said hi, that means, at least for YouTube side, you're tardy.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
All right. So let's see what's next. Yeah, you don't want to see men in speedos doing that. Isn't that funny? So yeah. Okay. Where are we at here? Did I finish? Okay, we did that one. What's left on there? Got a few more in there, I think. Oh, the Mormons. That was a good one. I like this one.
Hi. Hello. We know it's late, but we were just wondering if you had a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Sure. Come on in.
Yeah. Come on. We're going to talk about God the entire time. Like 25 minutes, just God.
What else would we talk about?
I'm going to be honest with you, dude. I've never made it this far.
What do you mean?
It's been like a year and a half of no's. We got like 6 months left. I've forgotten everything I know about God.
You don't remember anything?
I mean, there's the Bible and something, right? I don't know.
You know, you're never going to believe this. I was actually just saved by God. What are the chances that two young men looking for God show up on my doorstep after I just found him myself? You know, I used to be an addict.
They closed the door. Oh, that's pretty good. God bless you. Jeannie, look at this. Eyes for Truth gift to the Ceiling Fan Man membership. Yay. Yay. Thank you so much. So nice. I love it. Okay. All right. Where are we at? Oh, you like that one? Yeah, it was good. I like that one. Never made it this far, he says. Hello, yeah. So, Buckeye Jim. All right. Let's see where we at. We got it all. Oh, everyone's laughing at this. What does that mean? This camera? Okay, so that was a hit. Okay, good. So some of my humor is hitting. All right. Let's see. And Tom, you just got here. I just played the tardiness bell, but okay.
I don't feel tardy.
All right. And everyone. Okay. So let's move on. Let's see. What else do we have? Another video we had in here. We covered that. Oh, and this one, now, this is only for a certain age of my audience. I grew up in, and in the 80s, I think it was in the 80s, yeah, they had this show. I never watched it. I think it was on after, I think it was like 10 o'clock or so. And it was called Dynasty. And I just know of it, and I know the characters and stuff. But if anybody in my listening audience watched Dynasty, I'm just curious, this is just a sampling. How many times do people times they fall down these stairs? I mean, I would move or something.
What are you if not a fraud?
Stop it! Adam! Oh my God.
What's happening here? What other outfits? Yeah, damn these stairs. He probably left just because she's lame. I mean, she can't even walk. Hey, look at that one. That one's nuts. Why is she falling? It is freaking deliberate. What marble?
Oh my God.
I didn't even make it down the stairs. So, excuse me. I don't know if anybody watched that show, but that was ridiculous. All right, enough with that stupidness. Let's see what we got here. All right, so the rest of these we can go over in a little bit. Let's go back. I know what we should do. I clear out some of these tabs. There's so much to discuss with scary space news. Let's get that out of the way early. How about that?
This week in scary space news.
All right. So now I know there's still people that watch me that don't believe in the things that I believe in, including they lying to us about space. My perspective is the biblical one. As above, there's a, what do you call it? Waters above and waters below. And we're protected by a firmament all the way around. There's your globe. And we live on the living space in the middle on a stationary plane that God's right here. And we're special in his eyes, each and every one of us. He knows who we are. And whoever runs this maniacal world that we live in, the ball, the BAAL globe, through the lies of NASA, they want you to believe you're an insignificant speck of dust flying through space on a planet that if you died, no one will even notice you, because there's millions and billions of stars and other planets, and we're nothing. And they want to keep you in that loop. And so what I say to that is, first of all, the people that don't want to listen and believe that there is God and that we're living in these times where, God's right here. What I say to those people is all the people that are in charge seem to be hinting at it. And so why does Donald Trump, other than he likes to troll, he posts a video of Earth in space.
Our beautiful, beautiful planet as photographed by the Artemis astronauts.
So that's the planet photographed by the Artemis astronauts. This was on Fox or whatever, I guess. So I'll play the audio. But he posts a video where they have a quote from Mark Twain. Where is it? Right here.
I think it's very appropriate right now. A lie can travel halfway around the world while the truth is putting on its shoes.
So he posts this picture that Artemis supposedly took, where this is either Africa or Australia, that's just gigantic. They won't just explain that. And of course, there's no stars, and there's 1,000 things. The clouds haven't moved since the last photo they took. But in any case, I digress. Why is he posting this and then putting up this thing where it says a lie can travel halfway around the world? I mean, it's really getting in your face. But that's how this works. See, we all live on the same earth. We all live in God's green earth. That's where we live. And we were given free will by God. And in order for whoever's in charge of this mess to take advantage of us, we have to give away our consent. And so they have to let us know that they're lying to us. That's part of this, the way the system works. And so he'll post this where he's saying it's a lie, and people just say, oh, that's interesting, and then move on with the day and want to see what's happening in the sports balls. So I find that interesting that he posts that, of course. But continuing on with the lies in space. So this is a photo that happened right after they got back. And I like what this person said. I couldn't have said it actually better. If I ever come out of being locked in a space closet, because they said it was the size of, I think, 2 RVs or less. If I get locked into a space closet with no toilet, remember their toilets are broken and they were like using diapers. And you can look this up, that's what they say. So after 10 days of going number 1, number 2 in your pants, locked in with 3 other friends, surrounded by their gas and them going 1 and 2 in their pants, with that, all trying to float and sleep, bumping into the bodies loaded with diapers, loaded. Anyways, the no running water, dehydrated food, going 30,000 miles an hour in a fireball, and you come out just laughing and having a ball. That little capsule must have stank if it were true. But yeah, it is incredible that they can smile after all that. So, what else is left with these liars? And this was interesting. Thank you, Paul, for sending me this one.
This doesn't make sense. They take the astronauts out of the capsule after traveling 700,000 miles in space, and they put them in this floating raft in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, when they could have put them in a boat right next to them. And then they get this Black Hawk helicopter to hover right over them and pluck them out of the raft and take them to the ship. That just doesn't make sense.
Your tax dollars at work. How can we possibly spend the multiple amounts of money on this? We'll take them out of the capsule. We'll put them in a boat. We'll take them off the boat, by a helicopter, and then we'll land them on the other boat. You can see it back there. So that went down, and don't get me started about how there was no steam when the splashdown happened, of course. You know, you think that if it's falling from the height and it's hot as
now. Splashdown confirmed.
Splashdown, waiting on.
No steam whatsoever. There was no dolphins this time. Remember the one SpaceX, they had dolphins coming by and flying. I guess they felt that was a bit too much. So yeah, so that was interesting. There's no steam. Whatever. Next. This one I found, I checked like 3 different views, and I came up the same every time. So when they came out for their original crew walkout before they left, they had people there that were filming them or recording them on their car, what do you call it, phones, cameras. But if you notice when they're filming them, you can't see them. They're not in the camera lens. So what is he taking pictures of? Look at her, same thing. There's nobody there. And you can still find this. You go online and find the original, what do you call it, videos of this. And there's, where is it? I think they show it again. And there's nobody in these screens. So I thought that was interesting. So, yeah. Yeah, I love the circus parachutes, exactly. So there's that. And I even asked Grok, has it been edited? And he said, no, the video in this post has not been altered or manipulated in any detectable way. So there you go. Grok approved. But they're lying to us. What's next? How about the space hatch? Did you guys catch this one? Built to last, these space capsules. There's the hatch. Oops. Just pops out, I guess. I mean, come on. This survived the vacuum of space and the heat and all that and blah, blah, blah. Maybe it wasn't completed yet. But, geez, that just doesn't seem like it was put on very well. So there's that. What's next? What is it? Need better silicone. Yeah, exactly. Or how about this one? I showed you, was it last week, that Trump forgot that there's a delay when you talk to space? Like at least Nixon kind of had that down on his space call. But Trump completely forgot that he's supposed to have a delay, and he answered it immediately. And now there's this one.
It looks like he forgot the communication delay, and that's his reaction after noticing this. Listen. Immediate response and his reaction after he realized he had messed up. And it looks like when he realized he had messed up, he covered up the situation with this joyful facial expression. And now all together.
And we have adjusted the fan speed. We'll take a thumbs up if you're happy with it. Happy thumbs up?
Oops. Pardon me, sorry. Let me give me a second here while I cough.
Yeah, I think something rather important is coming up here.
Neil and Buzz, the
President of the United States is in his office now and would like to say a few words to you. Over.
Hello, Neil and Buzz. I'm talking to you by telephone from the Oval Room at the White House.
And you can tell it's real because it looks so fake.
And this certainly has to be the most historic telephone call ever made from the White House.
Because it looks so fake.
I have to come up with a new song for my videos because I got you all trained so well. People hear that and they think the stream is over. That's too funny. That's so funny. So, okay. Where are we at here? Calling the moon from a landline. Exactly. Where is it? That's it. Yeah. So, okay. And I saw I was muted, but I think I fixed it. Okay. Where are we at here? Oh, so we covered that and how they didn't realize that they're supposed to have a delay. So we'll go back up there, finish Carry Space News, and where is it?
TikTok.
And then I don't know if you saw this because they've been removing this stuff. But these guys are all actors. They all have IMDb pages.
Y'all gonna want to stick around for this one. Y'all remember when they said that 2 of the astronauts were central casting? Well, let's talk about it.
127th mission to the space station. Mike and Sonia, the 2 of the 4 American astronauts that are on that flight, they're right out of central casting.
So today is April 10th. And the Artemis II is set to splash down in the Pacific Ocean. Do you know what else happened on April 10th? Here, let me show you. And also let me show you who was part of that central casting. On April 10th, 2024, this popular TV show, Fallout, aired. Now, the thing about Fallout is I found one of those astronauts on this show. Meet Victor Glover, who's the pilot of Artemis II. Do you know who else Victor Glover is? Let's find out. Well, here's Victor Glover 2 years earlier as a cast member on that very famous show, Fallout, which aired April 10th, 2024. Now, when they tell you that they get them right out of central casting, they get them right out of central casting. Yes, a movie studio has states, as always, casting.
Because then they had another one. I think it's this one.
Now netizens have dug up that Victor Glover and Christina Koch appear to have acting backgrounds. Many claim Victor Glover was an actor in the hit series The Last of Us 2 years ago, and Christina Koch once appeared in Mad Max. However, they deleted Victor Glover's photo from IMDb, though his name remained labeled actor, then his name was removed entirely. Christina Koch's name and photo were also deleted from the Mad Max cast list. NASA thought erasing their names would hide their identities as actors. Yet, Trump uses the term central casting in nearly every speech. For context, central casting refers to the Hollywood studio department that casts actors, especially for stereotypical formulaic roles. Clearly, Trump has long known their identities, inadvertently revealing the truth and his own. He completely exposed the entire space mission as a staged plan.
But he knows what he's doing. Like I said, they have to let you know. And then it's up to you to continue to believe the lie because they've told you. So yeah, they all from central casting. And Trump's a wrestler, and of course, he's got movie credits and TV and The Apprentice and all that. He's an actor. You know, same thing with the other MAGA guy, which was Reagan. He was an actor. They're all actors. So, and they tell you, though, you just have to continue to believe that these people are astronauts that went to space. I like this lady. She's doing this wonderful speech.
Tiny Earth. People asked our crew, it was all the blackness around it. Earth was just this lifeboat hanging undisturbingly in the universe.
That's pretty cool. But then all of a sudden, I guess her audio cut out, kind of like mine does. Ruh-roh.
Uh-oh.
Never see them, let them see you sweat. That's what they say.
So,
I mean, could it be more obvious that she was being fed the lines in like an earpiece or something amongst his hair, and that she completely lost the train?
I may have not learned, I know I haven't learned everything that this journey has yet to teach me.
Anyway, she then says the Earth is a crew, which makes no sense.
Earth, you are a crew. Thank you.
What does that mean? The Earth is a crew. Oh, Jenny says she looks like that gal from The Last of Us.
Yeah.
The one that they kept after they killed the only good character. Yeah. Excuse me. So yeah. So unless they have a script, they can't come up with anything to say. So gummies can do that to you? Yeah, that could be too. So what else do we have? Oh, okay, here you go. There's more discussion about Nixon calling the moon.
If Nixon actually picked up a phone in 1969 and spoke live to two men standing on the moon,
he did, I saw
what
it.
kind of device were those astronauts holding on the other end? Because Wi-Fi didn't exist, cell towers didn't exist, and the nearest Verizon store was 238,000 miles away. And here's what makes it even stranger. The same that couldn't reliably connect a phone call from New York to Los Angeles in 1969. Somehow patched through a crystal clear, zero lag conversation to outer space, to two guys in bulky suits, on a rock with no atmosphere, no signal infrastructure, and no charging port in sight. But wait, if the moon has no air, no magnetic field, and sits in a vacuum of dead silence, what exactly was carrying that voice signal? Because sound needs a medium to travel. So how did Nixon's voice reach the moon at all? Here's where it gets real uncomfortable. In 1969, the most advanced consumer phone technology on Earth was a rotary dial connected to a copper wire bolted into your wall. NASA's own internal communication systems were notoriously glitchy. Engineers on the ground were still solving basic problems with radio blackouts and signal delays every single mission. But on July 24th, 1969, the White House press office proudly announced that President Nixon had a phone call with Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin, live from the moon. They even called it, and this is a direct quote, the most historic phone call ever made. Now think about this carefully. A regular overseas call in 1969 had static, delays, dropped signals, echo problems. Submarine cables were only laid across the Atlantic a decade earlier. Satellite phone technology, as we know it today, didn't become commercially available until the 1990s. That's literally 30 years after this supposed moon call. So what pipeline did Nixon's voice travel through? NASA says it was transmitted via radio frequency, UHF band, bounced between relay stations on Earth, and somehow reached the lunar surface in real time. But here's the thing nobody talks about. Radio signals traveling 238,000 miles should have at least a 1.3 second delay each way. That's 2.6 seconds round trip minimum. Go listen to the recording of that call. Count the pauses. Something feels very off. And it doesn't stop there. The same era that allegedly landed humans on the moon also gave us grainy, blurry, low-quality black and white TV footage that, honestly, looks worse than a 2003 flip phone camera. We went to the most extreme frontier in human history and came back with footage that looks like it was filmed through a dirty sock. Meanwhile, the Hubble telescope launched in 1990, just 21.
Uh-oh. Something's wrong. Uh-oh, we got a problem, Shaggy. I don't know if they can still hear me. Let's see. Close the window. Uh-oh. Oh, no, Jeannie. It's happening again. Can you hear me? Let's see. How do we fix this? We'll fix this. Let's see. Put this on here. I don't know if you can still hear me, but we'll fix this. I don't know if my wife can hear me. Are you here? She's not here. No one's here.
We can hear you.
You can?
Yeah.
You just can't see me.
No, I thought we could see you too.
No, my computer's locked up, so I'm going to go on here and throw this on.
Oh.
And hopefully it's not reverberated. And I'll fix my screen. Where'd it go? Ooh, did it get fixed? Let's see. Am I back? Let's see. What can I put on? I'll put, what do we have? I'll stick this on real quick and then I'll be right back.
What a piece of junk!
She'll make 0.5 past light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid. I've made a lot of special modifications myself.
Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.
Satellite tracking continues.
Can you see me? There we are. Whew. Yeah, so hopefully you could hear some of that and all that, but didn't like us talking about the moon thing. None of it makes any sense. The last thing I have on scary space news I thought was funny because I feel dogs, they're very sharp on these things. And so here this one astronaut, she just comes back from circling the moon allegedly, and then wants to put up a camera to show everyone how happy her dog is that she's home. And the dog goes to the husband. She's like, I know you're a liar. Let me go say hi to this guy. And they're so like narcissistic. She put this up anyways, even though the dog doesn't want anything to do with her. Right around her to him. So, isn't that funny? Smart dog. Yeah, good dog. Sit, Ubu, sit. Okay. We'll delete that group, and maybe we won't have any more problems with the stream. So, yeah, right? Good for that puppy. So, all right. What else do we have here? Yeah, man's best friend, right? He knows she's lying, exactly. Oh, they're not married? Oh, okay. So, yeah, you would know about the Star Wars ships if your name is Luke, right? So, a lot of people just deciding whether or not her feet are forward or not. I don't know. Who knows? That's a whole other show. Probably not one I can do on YouTube. They don't like those discussions. So, yeah, Val, right? I hear you. All right. What do we got here? And peace and love to you too, Dan. So, okay, what's next? And you're tardy, Karos? All right, Groot, this one's for you. And who else just showed up? This is for all of you. All youths.
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
So, all right. What do we have next? This is just a crazy system we have.
Yes, I believe in our judicial system.
So, all right. Let's get into the main part of this show here, because we got a lot to talk about with what Trump's been doing. We already said he doesn't know what a corner store is. Oh, I got to fix these because they went out of when I had to go out and come back in. All right, we'll fix these really fast here. I'll fix this, and you guys can wonder in the amazingness of Nutella, because everything in space has to come in a vacuum sealed bag, except one thing.
You can't take glass up into space. If it's smashed, there'd be shards all over the place. Getting in equipment, risking lives. The crew might not return alive. You can't take human food up into space. It would rise and splat all over the place. The pressure might make the jar explode. Even if it's plastic, it could burst its load. Unless it's Nutella. Unless it's Nutella. Product placements are okay. They risked it all for some advertisers' pay. Unless it's Nutella. Only Nutella. After that, if you believe this mission is true, then no sympathy more fool you. It just happened to spin so you could read the label. That's a coincidence, it's not a fable. They told us a reason and we believe it. Nutella can go to space, they said so, just leave it. It's only Nutella. It's only Nutella. Product placements are okay. They risked it all for some advertisers' pay. It's only Nutella. Only Nutella. After that, if you believe this mission is true, then no sympathy more fool you.
Okay. And I'm not a big AI person, as you all know, but that is just golden right there. And the faces are a little creepy, and the music, it's obviously AI because the words really don't make sense at the end. The more fool you, whatever. It's still a good little song. It is catchy, right? Yeah, why did they bring up Tang, right? No, they do Nutella. So, yeah. That's your jam now? Oh, I remember Ovaltine. Yeah. Oh, the link on that, I downloaded that thing. I'm gonna have to try to find it. I'll see if I can run that up and try to post it. If not, you can always email me, ceilingfanman2020@gmail.com. And if I don't have the link in the chat, because like I said, sometimes the chat goes away, I can send it to you. So yeah. Yeah, the song is good, right? I'm not sure. It said it at the end with the little bloopy. But yeah, you'll learn the dance. So yeah, they all did look old. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of it either. But yeah. So all right. Let's see, where are we at here? And I'll try to find that link. I don't know if I have it here, but is that going to be an earworm in your head? We might have to play it again. Oh, you might want to request. You might want to request it all the time. Maybe. So they risked it all for advertisers' pay. It's only Nutella. So you've already got the lyrics down. That's pretty good. So, okay. You might hear that one again before the show's over. We'll see. Let's see. Where are we at here? Oh, we were going to get into the main.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Okay. And if you are, don't forget, please hit that like button, share it, subscribe. All those wonderful things help. But I do want to special shout out to, let me get out of this here. Special shout out to all of my supporters, my Patreon supporters, my membership supporters. All those help keep the lights on and keep us going on this channel. And I thank you so much because I have so much information. I just need to get it out there.
Information's out there. All you have to do is let it in.
All right. So let's go into this. So they did all these, what do you call it? No Kings protests, which is really funny because Trump's past being a king. He's into being God. And it's not just him. Like everyone believes he's God. And some of these, I don't know what to say. Who's this guy?
That Donald Trump is better than.
This is Representative Troy Nils of Texas.
Sliced bread. I think he's almost the second coming, in my humble opinion. I think he's done a fantastic job. He's got.
So here's saying he's the second coming. Then you got this post. I'm sure everyone has seen this by now. He decided to portray himself as Jesus. Nothing blasphemous about that, right? So he posts this, and a couple things about it. First of all, it's obviously he's posting himself as Jesus. He says later that he was being a doctor. No doctor dresses like this. And I know Connor did his whole stream on this, and he did a joke on this, being a doctor. There's no doctor dresses like this. You dress more like this lady with scrubs and a stethoscope. Not like this. Not like these. And then, in addition to that, the original picture of this had soldiers up here, but before he posted it, someone changed it out for this like Lucifer being. It's obviously like Helios or Abaddon or all the names that they have for Satan, with the same hat and everything. It makes no sense that it's there. It really doesn't. And I like what they did there. Got to watch out when you start scrolling on Twitter. But yeah, so the fact that he posted this, and then on a side note, he's taking all this heat for it. And what does he do? He gets DoorDash delivered. And this lady, he gets McDonald's. Like the President of the United States would just open the door to a DoorDash. He says, nice to see you. She says, nice to meet you. And he gets his McDonald's. So here's more product placement. And he gets McDonald's from this lady. Okay. Why is this important? And how does that connect to him posting the thing of himself as Jesus? Where's her face? There. This lady. DoorDash grandma. I mean, talk about PR stunts. Ridiculous. And then how does this all connect? So they ask him.
Mr. President, did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depicted. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support.
Is anyone buying this? We're not buying the DoorDash lady coming to the door with McDonald's, and we're not buying that he thought he was posting himself as a doctor. What Alanis Morris said, I'm not the doctor. He's not a doctor. This is not a doctor's post. And this DoorDash lady, well, let's tear into that a little bit more. Where is it? Not this one. Here. Oops. Central Casting. Here's the same lady at some kind of Congress hearing as at Mrs. Simmons. Here's the same lady saying she was the pilot that was saved. I mean, The hair is identical. The face is identical. And even down to the tattoo art on her arm. You can totally see it. This is the same lady. You want to talk central casting? She's in where is it? She's in multiple things here. And they can, tell it's all false or whatever. And it's been manipulated, but whatever. Maybe you could say this one's been manipulated. I don't think so, but that lady and her tattoos match up with this lady and her tattoos. So, I don't know. With the world of AI, it's hard to tell what's real and what's fake anymore. But that's part of the whole confusion. That's why I totally believe we are in Satan's little season.
Sorry. Pizza.
Because you can't tell what's real anymore. They've gotten it to the point where it's you can't decide what's real and what's fake, because it's all fake in my mind. And then you got this. He's building his Ark of Triumph. I'm pleased to announce that today my administration officially filed a presentation of plans to the highly respected Commission of Fine Arts that will be the greatest and most beautiful triumphal arch anywhere in the world. This will be the wonderful addition to the Washington, D.C. area for all Americans to enjoy. And there it is again. Abaddon, Helios, Lucifer. I mean, it's all the same. It's all the same embodiment. And that's the same, angel creature that he had on his, wherever that went, that post where he was not Jesus. I mean, it was really easy for people. Now, don't forget, I was into Trump. I thought he was there to save us. I didn't get it years ago. I went through Trump, I went through Q, and I came out of the other side and realized it's all just more misdirection, and they're all working together. And so I'm not a left guy or a right guy. I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. It doesn't matter to me. They all work together, and they're working against us. So it was really easy for them to say, oh, Trump's the Antichrist. But, man, if he isn't doing all these things, I mean, he's totally Nebuchadnezzar-ing the thing with the giant hypodermic needle that's going to be his what do you call it, library. I showed you that, was it last week? And he's got all these giant golden statues of himself doing the whole fist pump, from when he allegedly got his ear shot off. But yeah, it's wild to watch these things happen in real time. So, and then of course, like I showed you in my my thumbnail, he's a magician. And they say he's a magician. I hate playing this lady, but she tells you straight up.
The Trump is the best thing happened ever to us. Because she believed, not her, but the entire population of this Nordic magician, that he is the magician of the highest order. That he is there in his irrational mind to create confusion in order that the human being can find new order. And it's not so stupid. Thinking about this in that way. It's completely turning things upside down. Because since Trump is around, things are changing. I
mean, it's the same outfit that he wore in his Jesus, non-Jesus doctor look. It's the same outfit. And I don't have to convince you. You can look it up yourself. The let's see. Highest order of let's see. How you spell that? Let's see. Yeah, here it is. All right. Words have meaning. I've been banging this drum forever. In the Church of Satan, the highest order, you got a registered member, no degree, active member, witch, warlock, second degree, priest, third degree, blah, blah, blah. MAGA, fifth degree. It's as high as you can go as a magician in the Church of Satan. I'm sure that's just a coincidence. absolutely a coincidence that he's dressing up as the magician / doctor / savior. President by day, Dr. Savior by night, MAGA magician as a, what did I say? As a, I forget what my thumbnail said. We can look at him. Where's that? Or maybe we can't. How do we do this? Put myself tiny. Let's see. Yeah. President by day, Dr. Savior by night, magician by trade. It's the same outfit. And here he's doing the as above, so below pose. Same thing that that statue of George Washington does. But that's what this is. He was brought in to confuse the masses, to make people think that he's here for the to save you. But there's no man going to save you. There's only one, and it's Jesus. He's the only way. So, all right. So how do we get? Let's see what's next. Clickety click. And I know there's people going, man, all he does is try to compare everything to religious talk. I'm not religious. It's spiritual. God is real, and they want you to not think that. Like I've said before, and I'll say it again. Well, I'll have this guy say it because he says it way smarter and and he's extremely handsome. So let's listen to what he has to say.
The greatest trick of the devil, they say, is to make you believe he doesn't exist. I disagree with that. The whole world believes in the devil. I mean, you can see evil everywhere. The devil's in everything. He's in our music, our movies, our literature. No, the whole world agrees that the devil exists. The greatest trick of the devil he ever did was to make you believe that he exists and that God doesn't. That is the greatest trick of the devil.
That's a smart man there, I gotta say. So, okay, what's next? Let's go back into this. Oh, this guy's pretty good. See what he has to say. We'll clickety click here. Here. Oops, not that one. That one. That one. Here we go.
Are y'all truly, truly, truly ready for this deep dive? Because it goes back decades. Didn't I just tell you last week that Apollo, Apollyon, Abaddon, Helios, Lucifer was coming back through the arch he's making? What do you know? They're the same exact being.
And by the way, if you look at in Trump's house or apartment or whatever he has, he's got a whole portrait about Apollo and stuff. Apollyon. He's really into it.
Arch he's making? What do you know? They're the same exact being. Hey, remember when Marina Abramovich came out and said that Donald Trump was the highest ranking warlock in the world, basically? More on that in a second. So, of course, posted himself as Jesus. He admitted it himself earlier today, but in the same image, he added something from the last time this was posted, and that was this creature, this thing right here. That's Apollo. Yes, in fact, the same exact deity that's on the arch. Some could call him Helios. Remember, Nero Caesar in the 1st century destroyed all the Christians there was, and he transformed into Apollo himself. He also had a mortal wound to the head by sword. Y'all remember when Trump did not put his hand on the Bible?
And that's a real creepy thing, too. If you watch this again, I covered this when it happened. Something's going on with Melania's hand. It's just absolutely black. And they say it was shadows and stuff. But she came in wearing this weird hat, and I don't know what was going on. But yeah, he refused to put his hand on the Bible. It was interesting. Everyone seemed to comment on that.
That was crazy. You know the parable of the goats and the sheep from the Bible when the...
And I showed you this too on a stream. They had a goat that has gold feet, gold horns, and I think gold tail. And it's covered in $100 bills with Trump's face on it saying, "In Trump you trust." So he's always called himself a god. They were worried about him calling himself a king. He's always stepped way past that and gone right to God.
Those go to hell and the sheep go to heaven. We had this golden goat made for Trump with golden feet, golden horns. On the dollar bills it says, "In Trump we trust." Y'all think this is the first time he put his name in the place of God? It's not. Of course, he made himself to be the Pope, and this is the second time he posted his image of him being Jesus. The red vesture because it's dipped in blood like Revelation, you know, for Jesus, the Alpha and the Omega. It's also odd because, you know, in version from the Occult, of course, we see the magician wearing red, and that same exact thing that Trump was wearing, too. Again, Satan loves inversions. Marina Abramovich said that Trump was putting a spell on the entire world. Read this real quick. "If Trump did something to my daughters, I would forgive him because Jesus calls me to forgive." True, but watch this. "It'd be the holiest act of love I could ever choose, but I would still politically support him as my president." Yes, brother.
And in fact, if you look, I think it came out tonight. See, they're blowing apart the whole MAGA group, like they're splintering it out. Sean Hannity just came out, I think today or yesterday, and said he's leaving his Catholic faith and going with Trump because of the division is happening with the Pope. Because the Pope dared say, "I don't think we should be bombing people in Iran and in Lebanon and things like that." So now you have to be anti-Pope if you're pro-Trump. So they're really splintering this whole thing apart. And I think Tucker's on the side of Christianity or whatever he believes in, but he wears a Kabbalah bracelet. So, you know, they're all just agents of confusion, no matter what they say. If they're famous and you know their name, they're fake. They've been put there to confuse you. End of story. But I digress.
What? After he violated your daughter? Hold on. Now check this out. After he posted himself as Jesus, he posted Trump Tower. The Trump Tower is pretty significant itself on top of the moon. I've been telling y'all for years he's the moon child, was born right under the blood moon. The same one that Aleister Crowley started the rituals, I believe, in the 20s, going to the Babylon working in the 40s. Let me refresh your memory. The moon child will rule by liberty. And by liberty, he will destroy the Black Brotherhood. The Black Brotherhood to these demons is Christianity. He just happens to have the word of peace when they say peace and safety, a strong parallel. He's signing Bibles not just now, but in 2019 as well. This was a real picture published in the Time magazine, which, by the way, people are like, "Oh, he fell for the AI image." Of course it's an AI image. Who has to friggin' tell you it's an AI image if it's a cartoon? And for some reason, people have been seeing this beast, this Apollo, this Helios, this Abaddon, this Polyon, this Lucifer, this Lightbringer in their dreams. If you've been watching me the last few years and you're caught up, you know what I'm saying. I've been warning about all this stuff for years. If you're confused, the YT video is about to go up, and it goes a lot deeper, especially in the Trump Tower. And
so, yeah, he put all those together. And then don't forget that Jared Kushner owned the 666 building on Fifth Avenue, and it had a giant 666s on the side of it until enough people started pointing that out. And so they got rid of that. So now I think they changed the address and they took the numbers down. But again, you could probably, let's see if we can still find it on the internet. What'd you type in? 666s, I guess. Jared Kushner. Oh, look at that. You type in 3 6s and Jared Kushner gets filled in. That's kind of funny. Did you hear that, hon? You type in 3 6s and Jared Kushner's name shows up. Really? Yeah. Let's see. Clickety-click. Here and here and here and here. Look at that. See, the building was numbered 666, and it was on the bottom, but all crazily, it was at the top. Look at that. What other property did they do that in Manhattan? But I think since everyone started discussing it, they changed it. I think it's now 660. I think that's what it says here. Yeah. See, now it's 660, formerly 666. So, you know, they're trying to hide these things from us as quickly as they can. But, you know, thankfully on some things, the internet's forever. And so there's enough of us out there holding on to these things so that way we'll see them. Because, again, why am I bringing all this up? Is he always just crazy? He's just always talking about religion and Satan, and everything connects to this. You talk about flat earth, it connects to this. You talk about Mandela effect, it connects to this. You talk about the lies of the world, where it connects to this. All of fake space, it all connects to the same thing. Good versus evil, God versus Satan. They want you to believe in Satan, but they don't want you to believe in God. And so they've got dinosaurs and spacecrafts and all the fun stuff that they teach you since you're a little kid. Who doesn't love? I mean, I buy them for my grandkids. How do you not buy like stuff like that? They love it. Hopefully one day they'll, maybe see some of this and start questioning these things. But for right now, that's what they're into. They're into dinosaurs and they're into space. I don't know how to stop it. You can't. So you just go with it. But that's how they indoctrinated us since we were little. And if we go to school, the first thing they do is show you a globe and say you live here. And they make you pledge your allegiance to the American flag, whether you believe in the wars or not. And there you go. And God says, have no allegiance with anyone but him. And they want you to make a pledge allegiance to the flag. What are you going to do? Sometimes it's too much. You just feel like passing out. No dogs were harmed in the filming of that video. All right. But yeah, that's why I connect it all, is because they're connecting it all. And who is Donald Trump? Some people think he's a Christian. He's not a Christian. He's told you that multiple times. But it doesn't even matter what he is. I mean, we know who he works for at the end of the day. But here, look, he tells you.
Have you ever asked God for forgiveness? That's a tough question. I don't think in terms of, I'm a religious person. Shockingly, because people are so shocked when they find this out.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
I'm Protestant. I'm Presbyterian.
I said, this is our first Jewish president. Now he's the first Jewish president to serve two not consecutive presidencies. We thank you for everything.
So these awards are given to me by the Jewish community for different things. And this is the Tree of Life, which is a very big award in terms of
Freemasonry.
everything that I stand for. It means so much to me. And a lot of times I'll have friends of mine come in, Jewish, and they will see the Tree of Life and they'll say, wow, what a great thing.
And somebody asked, I have not seen him wear it lately, but yes, I've seen Tucker Carlson wearing the Kabbalah bracelet.
Wise right over here. This is the Shalom Humanitarian Award. I have great relationship with God. I have great relationship with the evangelicals, but I like to be good. I don't like to have to ask for forgiveness, and I am good. I don't do a lot of things that are bad. I try and do nothing that's bad.
Yeah. So he doesn't ask for forgiveness. Because why should you, right? If you think you're God. This is getting harder and harder to find. But this happened.
Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago, according to White House official. There it is. That's his blog. He said, President Donald Trump converted to Judaism 2 years ago and joined Chabad Lubavitch Synagogue in New York City, according to a high-level White House official. Mr. Goldberg says the story has allegedly been held by CNN's editors for months, but is due to be released within the next few days. David Elias Goldberg, a fellow at the Jewish Center of Anti-Semitic Study, has also interviewed the White House source. According to the source, Trump was pushed by his daughter Ivanka and son-in-law Jared Kushner to join the faith.
And let's not forget that wall that everyone goes to. It's not part of the temple. The temple was destroyed. At best, that's an old wall that was connected to like the outskirts of the Roman, whatever. It's not the temple. There's just a random old world wall at this point that everyone seems to go and bow to.
First, Trump resisted, stating it would threaten his base of evangelical Christian voters. However,
so in any case, this story goes on and on and on. Basically, he's we get it. He covers the Christian base, but he's not. And he's told you multiple times. Where's this thing here? I still have it on speed dial. Where is it? It's got to be on here somewhere. Huh. Maybe I lost it. All right. One more look here. We can pull it up this way. Clickety click. Videos. And oh, here it is. Go this way. Clickety click. This can be found on the Ceiling Fan Man channel.
This is another question: that is Israel blackmailing the U.S. government with the Jeffrey Epstein files? Again, what a ridiculous kind of unfounded, unverified allegation. It emanates from someone's imagination. Nobody's provided one shred of evidence to indicate that there's any truth to it. Reckless allegations, whether it's against an individual or a country, are just that. They're reckless and they're harmful. Just like no one would want to have people say crazy things about them individually or their families, people ought to push back when anyone, whether it's a podcast host or just somebody making a speech, gets up and says something as unfounded as that somehow Israel was behind Jeffrey Epstein. Is that somehow Israel was behind Jeffrey Epstein.
Satellite tracking continues.
Thank you, Mike Huckabee. All right. And this is a total clown show at this point. Right, Erica?
Yes, I believe in our judicial system.
Let's check this out. I thought this was a Saturday Night Live skit, but oh, nay, this is real life, whatever that is. If I can find it now. What a great lead up, and then I don't see it. Here it is.
America today. Jewish families face unprecedented threats simply for who they are.
We assess this attack to be a Hezbollah-inspired act of terrorism.
Many never thought they'd need to defend themselves until now.
Yikes.
In today's world, there's a lot of anti-Semitism. Everybody needs to protect themselves.
Judaism takes any life-saving precaution very seriously. You always want to have the upper hand so that the people...
That's not a real name. Come on. Schnur, Itzinger? Come on. It can't be real. And somebody get that guy a razor. Like, okay, you're doing okay here, but what's going on this? What is up with this? Anyways, moving on. Why are we playing this? I'll show you.
People who protect human life, the people who value human life above all, they're the ones calling the shots.
Brought to you by the NRA. What is it called?
Enter Locks and Loaded.
I'm not kidding. That's the name of it. Locks and Loaded. I swear I thought this was a Saturday Night Live skit. Locks and Loaded.
A national Jewish advocacy group partnering with the NRA to train and arm those facing anti-Semitism and physical harm.
I gotta go back over there. Where is it? Look at this. Come on. Schnur, Itzking.
All, they're the ones calling the shots.
Enter Locks and Loaded.
Locks and Loaded. I wish this were a Saturday Night Live skit, but this is really the NRA partnering with them. So there you go. Coming soon to the theater near you, Locks and Loaded. Okay. Enough of that nonsense. Let's get us some more nonsense. What do we got here? Oh, and then for the people that are, still fighting the aspect that the Bible is real.
Logical evidence confirms the Bible.
There's so much evidence out there that people are discovering. But this guy put together a concise little video about Sodom and Gomorrah, because there's been people that have gone there and they found the the sulfur balls that they still light on fire. And of course, they found Lot's wife, allegedly, Check this out.
Once again, we had Noah's Ark in Turkey. CIA documents found the Ark of the Covenant. AI verified the Shroud of Turin, and now this. In a remote corner of the Dead Sea, something buried for thousands of years is rearing its head, and it's low-key shocking the world. Once dismissed by skeptics as a myth, now standing tall as a pillar of salt are the remnants of the haunting biblical tale of Lot's wife. And the proof that this is the actual pillar from the book of Genesis is slowly becoming undeniable. Now, to the casual, uninformed observer, this column of salt might seem kinda unimpressive. A peculiar geological formation at best. To really understand the significance of what was discovered here, you kinda need to know the story behind it. It starts with a man named Abraham, who's kinda like the OG granddaddy of all major world religions, his descendants forming the family tree of prophets and significant people in the Bible. Well, one day, God tells Abraham that these cities of Sodom and Gomorrah were becoming super evil and corrupt, indulging in idolatry, gluttony, promiscuous immoral behavior, murder, theft, power abuses, pride, and mocking behavior. Basically, modern-day Los Angeles. And yes, if you add a Y to the end of Sodom, that's where that word comes from. So God lets Abraham know that he's going to destroy these cities, raining fire and brimstone on them and burning them to the ground. Abraham thinks it's a great idea, and he's totally on board, except for the fact that his nephew Lot lives there, and turns out he's actually a pretty good guy. Now, God's already 2 steps ahead and lets him know that Lot and his family are actually like the only good people that live there, so he'll keep them safe. He sends down 2 angels that tell Lot to get his family out of the city before God burns it down. And so Lot, his wife, and his daughters flee the city, and God starts raining down literal fire on Sodom and Gomorrah, destroying them and everyone living there. While Lot and his family are leaving, the angels let them know that God also told them to not look back at the burning city. That's their only rule. But Lot's wife is all like, I can take a peek, can't I? Turns around to look at the city and is instantly turned into a pillar of salt, while Lot and his daughters take refuge in a cave. That's the story. Leaving Lot's wife frozen in time, with many assuming this to be merely a symbolic story cautioning against longing for a sinful past. But now it seems like we might have real-world evidence that proves it actually happened. The tale of Sodom and Gomorrah is one of a sudden catastrophe so intense it decimated entire populations overnight, and the biblically accurate locations of these cities are said to have been somewhere close to the Dead Sea. For centuries, religious pilgrims from around the world sought to find the remains of the city, claiming it to be hidden deep beneath the layers of salt found at what is known today as Mount Sodom by the Dead Sea, named after the original city. But more recently, forensic scientists and archaeologists began excavating more around the area, and after digging and testing many mineral layers, they uncovered evidence of extreme heat in the soil layers deep beneath, as well as naturally occurring sulfur balls and burnt sediment layers that could not be explained with natural erosion alone, but rather something that would only happen with a sudden onset of intense heat, and there aren't any volcanoes or anything that could cause that in this region, which points to a sudden source of destructive heat that may have fallen from the sky.
And that's the thing when I discuss like people with melted buildings and stuff, like we don't understand how structures could melt. But God does tell you in the Bible, he says he melts things like wax. I mean, they just melt. And so that makes sense when you find this destruction, because the fervent heat is something that we can't comprehend.
There are also many unexpected, strange voids and air pockets beneath the surface of Mount Sodom, where it appears that the ground had rapidly collapsed, leading many to believe this actually is the original location of the ancient city of Sodom. And this wouldn't even be the first time that something like this happened. Many ancient cities from the Bible, initially dismissed as mythical sites, have all been found one by one. Cities like Jericho, Hazor, and Nineveh, all mentioned in the Bible, have been discovered hundreds or even thousands of years after they were originally written about. Now, to think all those cities were found and turned out to be real, yet Sodom and Gomorrah were for some reason made up, seems unreasonable. Because right at the edge of Mount Sodom, overlooking towards where the original cities of Sodom and Gomorrah would have been destroyed, a group of researchers found this, an unusual pillar composed of 80% salt, which is exactly what they are claiming to be Lot's wife. And all the evidence they gathered so far sorta proves just that. Found at the southeastern end of the Dead Sea, exactly where Lot and his family would have been fleeing in the region of Zoar. At first glance, it's easy to dismiss as just a mildly interesting geological formation, but further scans revealed internal cavities in the pillar with traces of carbonized organic material, something that had once been alive. Also embedded in the salt near the torso were threads of mineralized fabric sealed beneath crystallized layers. Close. Radiocarbon dating of nearby sediment placed the surrounding ash layer at roughly 3,700 years old, exactly the time window scholars associate with the destruction of Sodom. A lab from Jerusalem also confirmed that within the salt pillar were traces of fossilized collagen, a protein only found in organic tissue, which was also verified by multiple other independent labs. And the only way anything like that could have been preserved in a shape like this is through an event that involved extreme heat and a flash explosion. All evidence that highly supports this claim. Naturally, there's a lot of skepticism around this, with geologists claiming that salt formations like these are actually quite common, despite there being none other of this nature in the region. Also noting that it's about 20 meters high, much too tall for a woman, and for all we know, Lot's wife wasn't a giant. But then again, the story does say she was turned into a pillar of salt, not a statue of salt. It could very well be the case that the formed pillar was much taller than her encased in it, with the researchers behind this find even quoted as saying, "We found something that matches the story more closely than we thought was possible." A skeptic mineralogist from Oxford University admitted that whether this actually is Lot's wife or not, it is something the geological world has never documented before. Yet there actually are historic records of this beyond just the Bible as well. Josephus, a 1st century historian, recorded in his work The Antiquities of the Jews that he had seen Lot's wife with his own eyes, writing, "But Lot's wife, continually turning back to view the city as she went from it, was changed into a pillar of salt, for I have seen it, and it remains at this day." An old manuscript from a museum in
So there you go. I think that was pretty good. The guy talks really fast, but he had a lot to say. So, yeah, it's pretty interesting. Right. It is. He's true. Let God be true. Amen. So, and I don't know, the people back in the Bible days, they were much taller. We've shrunk down. But like as he said, it's not a statue of salt, it's a pillar. So maybe it added up to it once she was changed. So yeah. But yeah, where are we at here? So I just thought that was pretty interesting. What's left? What do I have here? Let's see. Clickety click. And then there's people that are questioning exactly where the old world was. There's plenty of people that, I mean, if you believe like I do that Revelation happened and Jesus came back and mountains were moved and things were split open and there was a lot of destruction and movement. I think that everything was uplifted and shifted and changed. It's easier to understand everything was more connected than it is now.
Look at the original name of Washington, D.C. Back before it was known as Washington, D.C., this land on 7 hills had a name. What was that name? Rome. No kidding. You can look this up. Rome, Maryland. And this is probably old news for some of you. I did not know this until the other day. I was just aware of the Rome connection because of the symbols that they have. I'd never really looked much further into it than that. But D.C. was known as Rome, Maryland. And the guy, listen to this is going to blow your mind. The guy who owned it, the guy who owned the land, the plot of land where the Capitol building was, his name was Francis Pope.
Of course.
And I was on a Catholic website looking up some information as I was digging through all this. And they said, yes, this guy's name was Francis Pope, and his nickname was Pope of Rome on the Tiber. Because there was a little creek that went through there that they had named the Tiber. And if you don't know, the Tiber River is in Rome, and we have a Pope called Pope Francis in the year 2021. You cannot make this up. I thought this was something I could just fact check and be like, this is wrong. I'm going to fact check it. It's wrong, like the Facebook fact checkers. But no, there is a guy, or was a guy, named Francis Pope on the property records, and the place was called Rome. That's not where it ends. It does. It always gets deeper and deeper. There was a guy who owned the 10 square mile area that DC is on. The owner of that community was a man named Daniel Carroll. He was the chairman of a 3-man commission appointed by President George Washington to find a suitable location for the Capitol. And he was also one of the names on the Declaration of Independence. He was a Roman Catholic educated by Jesuits in Maryland and France. This goes way deeper than you could imagine, and it reveals so much about where we are right now in the world. It seems like all of the predictive programming has pointed to this time, and all of the things that they did in the foundation of America to have a Francis Pope and now we have Pope Francis, and it was called Rome back then.
So I don't know. It's crazy, all the stuff that you can find on the internet at this point. It's just wild. And yes, I saw we have some tardy people, some really tardy people. You're almost as late as Gerald Davis usually shows up. As long as you don't feel
I don't feel tardy. I don't feel tardy.
All right. What's next? But see, that's the thing. Like, we're at the point where if you don't read the Bible, or you don't understand that it's a spiritual war, and you just watch the news and you follow the quote leaders, well, they're all getting it wrong too. Even if you, as a person, don't believe that we're in a spiritual battle and God's real and Satan's real, the world that you exist in does. Here's Lake Worth City Council in Florida, and they opened their city council session. Well, you can hear him. His own words.
Duly noted. Our collective atheism, which is to say loving empathy, scientific evidence, and critical thinking, leads us to believe that we can create a better, more equal community without religious divisions. May we pray together. Mother Earth, we gather today in your redeeming and glorious presence to invoke your eternal guidance in the universe, the original creator of all things. May the efforts of this council blend the righteousness of Allah with the all-knowing wisdom of Satan.
Okay, I rebuke this in Jesus' name. This is disgusting. But, I mean, it's right there. It's a city council meeting. How could they sit there and take this? Either they believe in Satanism and they're part of it, or they're just completely, what's the word I'm looking for, Jeannie, when you have absolutely no backbone? No, she's not there?
I'm right here.
Oh, okay. Isn't that something? They can sit there through this and not speak up. It's disgusting. Betas. Simps. There you go. What a bunch of simps. And that's Unc saying that. Huh? See, I'm hip. Macarena, right? I'm hip. Bunch of simps. Your Unc just called you that. Yeah, so here's city council that they love the devil. Great. Or how about this gal just saying, you know what? Israel's coming for you.
Target Jewish students. Your actions will not disappear into the darkness. We will shine a light on you that thanks to Google and
I like how she accidentally said shite. And let's not lose the fact that this is not the Star of David, never has been. He didn't have it. This is the Star of Moloch called out in the Bible thousands of years ago. But I digress.
the darkness. We will shine a light on you that thanks to Google and SEO will follow you for the rest of your life. When you look for a job, when you look for a spouse, when you look for a nanny, when you look for anything.
Is this part of Locks and Loaded?
Our work will always be documented, again, thanks to Google and SEO. In corporations where DEI leaders smeared Israel.
Any case, so they're coming for you for the rest of your lives. It's Demons Pro Sister. Yeah. So they'll monitor you with Google, find your weakness, get you fired if you have a business, bankrupt it, or just go locks and loaded on you. Locks and loaded. I can't get over that one. They're not going to be able to. Meanwhile, where's JD Vance? Oh, he's at a concert. Is it Katy Perry? Like, what's his name? Justin Trudeau? Oh, nay, nay.
There can be.
I don't know if there's copyrights in this song, but there you go. There's good old JD. His mascara face. Where is he? Oh my goodness. Jesus, come back soon.
Yes, I believe in our judicial system.
And And then when you're like, okay, so maybe I'll go to church, right? So here's the Easter Sunday service in Burlington Lutheran Church that has a unicorn and a zebra. No wonder people don't want to believe in religion. I don't blame them. I can't find a church that I like. They all seem to be going astray in some way. And this one, my goodness. You go to church and you think you did something and you watch the unicorn and the zebra singing. Like, what is this? Oh my gosh. It's enough of that. Well, let's go somewhere else. Oh, how about Pete Hegseth? He's the Department of War. It used to be the Department of Defense, but now the gloves are off and we just tell people we create wars. Department of War. Well, he's got to be a good practicing Christian. He recites the Bible.
So the prayer is CSAR 25:17, and it reads, and pray with me, please.
The
path of the downed aviator is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men.
He's quoting Pulp Fiction.
Is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of camaraderie and duty, shepherd the lost through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to capture and destroy my brother. And you will know my call sign is Sandy 1 when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
And you will know my name is the Lord.
I give up. I don't know what to say. This world is so full of nonsense. He literally is quoting the lines from Pulp Fiction and saying it's a prayer. And did you see everyone bowing their heads? Oh, this is so good. You know, my favorite passage of the Bible is this one. Remember this scene in the Bible? It's one of my favorite. I love this story of the Bible. Oh my goodness. And then this crazy lady is the what do you call it? Spiritual advisor to Trump, who thinks he's God. And she's out there. She says all kinds of things. She talks in tongues. She's all over the place. And now look what she's doing. She's rewriting parts of the Bible with her own name in it. You can't get more. I don't like throwing the word. See, I don't even think of it. What's the word? Narcissism around. But my goodness.
Mark it out and put my name in there. It's important to write in your Bible. So right here, I'm Jeremiah 46, the word of the Lord which came to Jeremiah. I'd cross it out. I'd write Paula, just like that.
Don't you all do that in the Bible? Cross out the people's names and put your own in? Why not?
And I look at it, now I know literally how to study this, but I was taking this saying, God, what is this saying to me? What are you speaking to me? And I started with the book of Psalms.
These are the spiritual influencers. How about this one? Here's Pope Leo. He's quoting, now this is the Pope. The Pope. He's got to know the Bible, right? He's quoting Matthew 5:9.
Jesus told us, blessed are the peacemakers.
Okay, he's got that right. But then he goes off Bible script.
But woe to those who manipulate religion in the very name of God for their own military, economic, or political gain, dragging that which is sacred into darkness and filth.
Now, if you did read the Bible, which apparently he doesn't, even though he's the Pope, God says in the end of the book in Revelation, here, we can read it together because the Pope needs to see it, I guess. Where is this? It's, bring it up here. Clickety click. Let's go all the way to the end. right, come on. Picture, go forward. Where is it? Here we go. Clickety click. Go into the area of the book that we're getting close to at the very end. And he says here, "For I testify unto every man that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book, if any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in this book. And if any man takes away from the words of this book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part of the book of life." That's exactly what these people are doing. He's adding his own words into the Bible. As my friend Steve would say, no bueno. That guy's getting the plagues. God told him he's getting the plagues. And the plagues, if that isn't interesting, have you seen what's been going on in the world apparently? Where is that? Do I have that video? Maybe I lost it. I don't see it. Dang. But there's a plague of bees that have taken over Israel and made it so they couldn't even fly their military planes and stuff. So that's going on. Yeah, I can't seem to find it. I must have dropped it somehow. I apologize for that. Is it on here? No, I don't see it. All right. So we lost that one. That's all right. We got more to go. But yeah, so they're all doing it wrong. They don't know what the heck they're doing. Or they do. They purposely are doing it wrong. So let's see. What do we have left? Oh, it's right there. I should have just waited. Yeah. There's bees swarming Israel. Do without the crazy music. Look at that. So you got giant swarms of bees going through Israel. And look at that. And they're saying, it's normal, but no, it's not normal. I've never seen this before where they've shut down airports and stuff, other than that movie, The Swarm, that horrible movie from the 70s with, I think, Michael Caine. But then there's other people discussing the Euphrates River has been drying up. And then there's multiple places that rivers have turned to blood. In 2025, I mean, I covered all this stuff for years on this channel. In the same 2-week window, the rivers turned to blood in Peru, Buenos Aires, Japan, Jerusalem, China, and Iran. 6 countries simultaneously, the waters turned to blood. And the Euphrates River's drying up. And we had locusts at one point. I think we're all over the mosque, that cube thing. And now you got bees all over Israel. But hey, it's all just coincidental, right? Oh, I thought this was really good. So for the people that still are like, I don't know if this whole religious thing. And again, I don't want you to get caught up in religion. Don't. They're all doing it wrong. I just showed you that. But find your spirituality on your own through God. And hopefully you can find without having a heart attack like this guy did.
This atheist didn't believe in hell until he had a heart attack, died, and went there himself. I gotta say, I love stories like this. Check this out.
Like, this is probably it for me. I couldn't get to a phone. I couldn't get up. I was like, all right, here we go. And so this all happened for about 2 minutes to 3 minutes where my heart just started beating fast. And then again, I didn't believe in spirituality. I didn't believe in religion. I didn't believe in any of this. I kind of had the materialistic cockroach view where we kind of expire at the end of 100 years. What happened next is my spirit popped out of my body. This immediately, within just half a second, completely changed my understanding of life. When I say it was terrifying, but also kind of cool. I was like, whoa, there is more to this. And I'll get into it in a second. I started sinking to hell, but one thing that clicked to me immediately is, wait, if there's more after we die, that means, wait, heaven's real. So it's more good news than it is bad news. But for me, I did not get to see any good news. I started sinking into the earth. It's going to sound out there, but truly my spirit started getting pulled into the earth. I had the worst feeling of dread that I think I've ever had. It was truly, when I've told this story to a lot of people, I explain it. It's like you're in elementary school with like your parents get called to the principal office. You did something, you lied about it and you got caught. There's nuclear, but like it was the worst feeling you can ever have. I started sinking for about a minute or two. I also distinctly heard bugs. I have I don't know, fear of bugs, whatever you want to call it. But bugs sounded like they were inside my cranium. And this went on for a minute or two. And of course, all of this is just, it's almost like a cosmic download was getting dumped in me of, wait, there is a spiritual realm. Wait, there is an afterlife. And like, boom, 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 boom. And then I realized pretty quick that I was very much headed towards hell, because most people don't say you start sinking if you're going to heaven. They say there's something else or whatever the stories were. And at this time, I didn't know. I didn't know anything about the Bible, but I did know because my parents had raised me again in this version of church. I knew the name Jesus. And I just thought to myself, I said, Jesus, please help me. That's all I said, was just, please help me. It was like a rubber band snapping back into place. My spirit just went right back in my body. And then I was just staring at the same ceiling I'm looking at now. And it was one of those things where if anybody out there doesn't think there's not a spiritual realm, there 100% is. I am telling you there is. The Bible's been saying that for a long, long time.
You know.
So, first of all, I don't know about you all, but that story gives me chills when he tells it. Because I believe hell is way worse than people actually can understand it. We don't have that capability. But what I did notice is one thing. Another thing that people that try to separate everyone is to say that, you know, the name Jesus didn't exist in this day and age. That's the name that's been given to us for this generation. That's the name that I've known my entire life, even before I read the Bible myself. And so it's interesting that demons get cast out in the name of Jesus. And everybody that's ever had a trouble, if they call on Jesus, they get saved. And so that's what happened to me. I asked to see if he was real, and he showed himself to me. And so everyone's got their own story of how they found their spirituality. But I find it interesting because where all the stories like, oh, I thought I was dying and going to hell, and so I called on Buddha, you know, or I called on Thor. You know, I don't see any of those. But there's multiple testimonies where people call out on the name of Jesus and it saves them. Don't forget, even if you don't believe all this stuff, if it gets down to the nitty gritty, if you do call on him, he will be there for you. Because the guy on the cross right next to him, he never had any spiritualness. He didn't know Jesus really at all until he was sitting next to him. And he asked him, you know, is there any chance that I could get saved? And he saved him on the spot right before he was going to get crucified. So that story is written there to let you know that no matter what, if you have that faith, if you believe, you can be saved. It doesn't matter what you've done in your life. It's time to repent now and time to ask for God to come into your life. Because if not now, when? You know? And the time's getting short for this stuff. I truly believe. I don't know what that means, how many years that means, but God is real. Jesus is real. And the other side, they totally still believe in all the satanic practices. I forgot this one. About more NASA.
Founder used blood and semen to summon demons. Government funded him $3 million.
Hold on, blood and semen? Like actual rituals?
Jack Parsons founded Jet Propulsion Laboratory 1936, became NASA 1958, performed Babylon working onto tablets, used his blood to summon Goddess Babylon.
Wait.
And just for anybody that doesn't know, look into that Babylon working. That's where Parsons and Aleister Crowley, that's what they say. You can look it up. There's like books written on it and stuff. They went to an area in the desert and they performed a ritual and opened a portal, and some monstrous deity, demon, whatever came through it. And Parsons booked it out of there. I don't know if the portal ever got closed or if anything happened to that demon, but they said it, not me. You can look this up. It's documented.
Wait. V Jet Propulsion Laboratory? The actual NASA?
Yes, personal disciple of Aleister Crowley, before every rocket launch, chanted Hymn to Pan in front of colleagues, declared himself the Antichrist.
Slow down. You're saying he did this at work and they just let him?
Von Karman called him a delightful screwball and arranged $3 million in government funding. His ritual partner, L. Ron Hubbard, Scientology founder.
This is insane. So they fired him after, right?
No, 1972. International Astronomical Union named a moon crater Parsons. His company Aerojet built space shuttle engines.
So, NASA, the science institution, honors a guy who summoned demons?
With taxpayer money, chanted demon language before launches. FBI documented everything. They worship what they say doesn't exist.
So there you go. Yeah, I'm some guy on YouTube, born again from being, raised Jewish and found God and found Jesus and realized it's all true. And yet everyone, where's my guy? Everyone. They all seem to talk about it like it's real. So I'm talking about the other side. If you can believe that evil is real and you can summon demons through portals and all this stuff and all the TV and movies that show you about that, then you have to understand you can't have light without darkness or darkness without light. You can't have evil without good, and you can't have Satan without God. It's like a battery, only believing in the negative side. There's a positive charge. And so in the times that we find ourselves in, where they say the spirit of the Antichrist is being poured out, which we can see everywhere, all around us, at the same time, Spirit of God gets poured out. I mean, why else did I, get woken up by God's grace and turn my camera on and start talking to you all? I mean, it's for that and also some of these videos. I got one last one I didn't show you.
I can't believe that just happened. God, I hope they got recorded.
Take your time. Whatever is on your mind, I'm here for it.
What kind of plant is this?
That plant looks like a bottle brush. If you're thinking about keeping it or trimming it, bottle brush plants are pretty low maintenance.
Oh, I see bees on them.
Yep, those flowers are bee magnets.
Is this bamboo on the other side?
Yes, that definitely looks like a patch of bamboo. So if you're not planning on a bamboo forest, keep an eye on it or consider barriers to manage its growth.
Who is this?
I see a garden gnome there. If you meant something else,
No!
I think your yard has a little whimsical friend.
No. No.
Oh my God.
It's fantastic. I love it. Okay. So there you go. A little humor. And that's, I think, that's how my show's a little bit different than most of the ones that you watch. Is I'll talk about the spiritual side of this. I'll do it with humor too. I'll talk about the world that's going on today, not in fear, with laughter. Because the only way that you have fear is that you buy into it all and you listen to them, and they want to tell you that everything is to be afraid of. But God says in the Bible, more than anything, I think 365 or more, have no fear. Because the whole world is a stage. They're full of, central casting people. And it's all here to frighten us. And it's all here to keep you from knowing your true power and who you truly are. And I was looking at during some of this in the chat, people are talking about praying. And I'm telling you right now, and I've seen it. And I'm guilty of not doing it enough either. But the power of prayer is like the most powerful thing that we have in our arsenal. And we have to remember that, and we have to not dismiss it, and we have to not listen to the people. They're going to mock you and stuff for that. Because all the people, everyone in the Bible that ever got healed, Jesus says to them, they got healed because of their faith. Their faith is what healed them. When Peter could walk on water It's because he had the faith. And once he dropped it, he started to sink. And Jesus said, you have little faith. And that's the issue. I'm not at that stage yet. I wish pray one day I'll get there. But he says eventually that we can move mountains. And so the takeaway on that is, if we have the faith of the mustard seed to grow the gigantic plant, we will get there one day. But the only way you can get there is with help. And the only one that's coming to save you and help you is your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I know that might be difficult for some people to hear. I know as a Jew, I didn't like hearing that for years. But now I know the truth. The way, the truth, and the life is through him. It's the only way to get to the Father. Those are all written in there. Why are they written in there? Because it's true. And if you're not sure about what I'm saying, I've asked you this before, make sure you do it tonight. Close the room, go in your prayer closet, shut the door, turn off the lights, leave your phone outside, sit in the dark for a minute, and then with an open heart and open mind, ask God if he's real and if he can show himself and come to your life. And I guarantee you he will. That's his promise, not mine. So yes. And everyone that's been, I see James has been under an attack. So, and you know what? There's issues going on in my family and my animals and stuff. We're all under attack in these times. And so even if you listen to the things that I'm saying, it doesn't mean that you're going to have an easy life. In fact, it might get more difficult. But don't forget, like I've always said, they say there's no atheists in foxholes. We're all in the same world, all in the same plane of existence. So what goes for me goes for you too. And if you don't believe in God, he believes in you. You're at this point, I believe, like a child in denial, and that's okay. You have free will to do that. But I'm just telling you, if it all comes down to it, reach out to him because he's there for you and he promises that he'll help you. So, and the only thing people didn't ask for tonight was Valhalla. So I'll invoke it.
Lastly, to my friend Charlie Kirk. Rest now, brother. We have the watch. And I'll see you in Valhalla.
Oh, you want one more Nutella? Do you all want Nutella? I can play Nutella again if you want to. And I saw Rose popped in. Rose, I played the little cat video, just so you know. So it was a mixed reaction, but most people, I think, agreed with you that it was more sad than funny. I know Jeannie agreed with you. So, okay. Yeah, we did that. Everyone's asking for the things that they love. We did the tiger. But, this is the only show with a barfing tiger, so that one I can give for sure. So there you go. All right. Did I cover everything that everybody wanted to hear and see? Let's see. I'm going to look at the comments. Nutella is the new Valhalla. See, there's Daryl. I knew he'd show up late. Daryl, you're always, there was someone that was really tardy, but I said, don't worry. Daryl's more tardy.
I don't feel tardy.
God bless you. Good to see you, Daryl. Okay. All right. What's next? We good? Okay. Does anybody want to hear the Nutella song? If not, I can wrap this up. We can play the Spice. I don't know. I think we've kind of hit them all. Don't you think? So I think it's time to wind it down. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. God bless you all. May God watch over all of us. May the Lord in heaven watch over us and guide us through these times and fill our hearts with joy, even as we're finding moments of sadness and loneliness and sickness. May God send down the Comforter, the Holy Spirit, as he's promised, to comfort us, to guide us through these times, to help us and heal us, and give us the patience and endurance to get to the end, because the promise of the end is such an amazing thing. And sometimes we wish it was coming sooner than ever, especially when boars are being attacked by robots. This world seems really crazy, And sometimes it's exasperating, especially when people don't want to see the lies of the world. And so, dear Lord, please continue to guide us, and please continue to open the hearts and minds of our loved ones and friends and family that aren't quite there. As we wait with sometimes no patience, but we wait for that moment when we can all be together in glory with you in heaven, on earth, with the joy and comfort that you promise us. And we thank you for all of our blessings, and we thank you for this moment. And to everyone that's listening to the sound of my voice right now, may God send down his angels, his prayers, his healing powers to help you get through these times. And we thank you for this. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay. So having said that, we'll just, Natello. I just did the prayer. Jeannie, they want the Natello song after the prayer. Should I do the Natello song? Of course. She says, of course. So because Jeannie says, of course, you get the Natello song.
You can't take glass up into space. If it's smashed, there'd be shards all over the place. Getting in equipment, risking lives. The crew might not return alive. You can't take human food up into space. It would rise and splat all over the place. The pressure might make the jar explode. Even if it's plastic, it could burst its load. Unless it's Nutella. Unless it's Nutella. It just happened to spin so you could read the label. That's a coincidence, it's not a fable. They told us a reason and we believe it. Nutella can go to space, they said so, just leave it. It's only Nutella. It's only Nutella. Product placements are okay. They risked it all for some advertisers' pay. It's only Nutella. Only Nutella. After that, if you believe this mission is true, then no sympathy more fool you.
Bloop. All right. There you go. You've got your Nutella song. All right. So everyone, thank you again for being here. God bless you all. Thank you to all my supporters, and thank you to anyone that just shows up and wants to listen to me rant for a few hours. And please, if you did enjoy it, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And God willing, let's all do this again next week. Same bad time, same bad channel. And let God be true. Let God be true. Amen, Jeannie.
I like that. Someone else said
I know, but I like saying it again too. All right, so with that, you get this. He says with a knife in his leg.
Class is dismissed.
All right, and here's the outro song. You can all talk to each other for a little bit, and thank you very much for being here again. God bless you all. I do appreciate each and every one of you, and thank you again. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Good night.
I'm the satellite.
500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat.
Satellite transfer complete.